Well, hello guys, and welcome to Freedom Farm SC. My name is Steve, and I am the owner of the farm. I wanted to put this video together. My son has been on me for a while about getting more into social media, and I just haven't I haven't had time to do it. Don't really know what I'm doing. I just wanted to talk to you guys about what my plans are here. This is really my first video in this venture into YouTube. I have a few from a few years ago that I had done, but this is, I guess, the first of what I'm gonna continue to make as a consistent effort to put out more content on a regular basis. I just wanted to introduce myself. Like I said, my name is Steve. I own the farm. I am a dad, a husband. My wife and I have a combined 7 children. Right now they're a little bit older. Not all of them live here anymore, but we started this farm really to be sufficient and free from products that were sold in the grocery stores. We have 2 autistic boys, and I kind of wanted to get away from having to rely on the grocery stores. The name of the farm, Freedom Farm, came from 2 places. One, it came from just that, the ability to raise our own food and be free from having to have the things that the grocery stores sell, which is what I believe is not what I raise. And then the other is I am retired from the Marine Corps. So between the 2 of them, Freedom seemed to be a good fit into what I was doing in my life and where I wanted to go. However, when I started this, it wasn't to be a farm, it was to be a homestead. I really wasn't looking to raise animals any more than just for us to eat. 9 of us, so it was still going to be more than your average homesteader family, but at any rate, so as I started to raise things, people kept asking me if I would grow a little bit for them and raise stuff for them, and I started out, the first things I did, I had 15 chickens, 15 Rhode Island Red hens that I raised. And then I got a few goats, dairy goats. I think my first batch I did 50 Cornish cross broilers. And then maybe around that same time, I think it was actually a little after that, I got 3 piglets. And I remember back in those days, I actually didn't have any broilers at the time. I had built what I thought was this great movable chicken tractor that I had built out of PVC pipe, 2-inch PVC pipe. I still have it actually. It's beat up, but I still use it occasionally when I'm in dire need of space. But I had it's 20 feet long, and I think I don't remember now, 6 feet wide, I think. But I remember it wasn't being used at the time I got the 3 piglets, and I put the piglets in there because I didn't have anywhere else to put them and contain them, because, you know, why have a fenced-in area before you get piglets? Anyway, there'll probably be another video on that sometime. At any rate, so here we are. Somehow we've grown from, those 15 Rhode Island Reds and 50 Cornish cross and 3 piglets to now we raise quite a few things. So, and quite the numbers have dramatically increased. We do local farmers markets. We sell from our farm. We try to provide people the opportunity to be able to eat clean, healthy food at a affordable price. Affordable for everybody is different. And I realize that for some people, it's not affordable. And so with the cost of things like they are, everything's becoming less affordable. We're at a point now where you have to budget for gas or diesel fuel. Things have definitely changed since I started doing this. The cost of farming is crazy. The cost of feed, like I said, the cost of any kind of petroleum that you use, the cost of equipment, the cost of land is absolutely insane. When I first started this, land in this area you could find land acreage for $10,000 an acre. Now that same land, here we are 7 or 8 years later, and land is now $45,000, $50,000 an acre. The cost of all these things has gone crazy. The cost of food's going up. Everything's out of control. So backup, and my son has been on me for some time about getting more involved in social media. And it's not a new YouTube channel. I think I've had it at least several years, maybe longer. And I've put out a few videos and gotten a few followers, but it was never anything consistent. I didn't really have the time to dedicate to it. But he's been on me, and I know I need to. I know I need to have a social media presence. And so here we are. So I think, what are the goals that I have? Why do I want to be on YouTube? What goals do I want to attain or achieve by being on here? My whole life, I think I've pretty much been in things that have tried to serve people. Like I said, I retired from the Marine Corps. After I got done that, I went straight into school and became a nurse. So that's currently my day job now. So I work at a local hospital and I'm a float pool nurse there, and I enjoy doing that, and I enjoy helping people. And then I have this, where I try to give people access to clean, quality foods, where we know what we're putting in our body. We know what's going in and what's not going in. My goal for this channel, it's probably twofold: to educate people, to be able to do the same things we do, raise food for yourself, understand and learn what goes into having a place like this. And if you don't have the land or the resources to be able to do something like this, that's okay. If everybody could do it, I wouldn't have a farm. I'd just literally be raising food for us. So I understand not everybody can do it and wants to do it, desires to do it. To me, it's almost therapeutic to have all these animals that we care for, but it can still be educational. That's the educational part of it is one of the factors for me doing this. And I want people to understand, even if this isn't something you're interested in doing, you can understand where the food comes from that's raised like this and how we go about raising it. And then what it takes to raise it, the in and out chores and things that come up, the mundane things, the emergencies. You can see cars going by in the background. And we had a pig out in the road, actually, 2 or 3 weeks ago. I kind of live out in the country, or it used to be. You'd never know it by all the traffic going by now. Things like that happen. And so my hope is that we can catch all that on film and put it out here, and it be educational, but also entertaining at the same time. Because I won't say it was entertaining at the time it was happening, but looking back on it, it's kind of crazy. I want this channel to be something where people can view it, form a bond with us, trust us, and become educated on either how to do this, or at least educated on what goes into the process, and have more understanding on that. We've been doing this a little while now, I guess about 7 or 8 years. We've learned a few things along the way. Definitely have not done everything correctly, but we've learned, and so that's one of the goals I have for this. The other goal I have may sound crazy to you, but I do mean this. I want this channel to be able to have followers who can get behind this. I want this channel, if it can grow enough, to be able to subsidize the cost of food. I can sell the products that I have at cost. To me, that would be incredible. Really put out access for quality foods at a truly affordable price. And that way, everybody could afford it. One of the farmers markets we do has a program for SNAP and EBT beneficiaries. And I love it because it actually doubles their benefits. So if you bring $100 of SNAP in, or EBT or whatever, then they'll double that to $200. It literally makes having quality meats, proteins, produce, things like that attainable for people who otherwise wouldn't be able to afford it. And financial well-being or not shouldn't be a issue for people to afford quality foods. I would love for this to grow to a size where we could subsidize the cost of food So people pay literally just at cost and nothing else. And I say that, you know, there's things that aren't really factored in to farming, especially if you have a generational farm. And that's the cost of land and things like that. And like I said, land nowadays is just about unaffordable here. It's definitely unaffordable to where you can raise your own livestock. What do they say? You'd have to have chickens laying golden eggs to be able to afford the land around here. I would love to see that happen where everyone could actually afford good quality food. If you come to this channel and you like what you see, you know, like and subscribe to our channel. I'm just a normal guy. I love what I do, taking care of animals and raising them and watching them grow. I love it. It is what keeps me sane in a pretty insane world. There's all sorts of projects I do. I'd say I'm somewhat handy, so hopefully you can learn some stuff like that. But most of it will be farm related, things we do around here. You'll just get a better idea of what goes into putting chicken or pork or beef on your plate. Hopefully you can appreciate that and understand that there are some things that happen. And I get asked a lot of questions at the farmers markets about, to me, I take it for granted that people know this stuff, but they really don't. And so hopefully you come here, you learn something, learn how to or how not to do something, because I'm sure there will be plenty of that as well. We'll learn together. If there's something that I don't know, I will definitely let you know and teach and tell you what I've learned. There's always something to learn, and I definitely don't know everything. But I've been doing it long enough where I've learned a lot, and unfortunately some of it was through mistakes, but that's our goal. So raise quality meats. We don't, you know, everybody talks about all the things they do and don't do. You know, we want meat that's clean and free from chemicals and things that are not necessary to put into animals. And most of that is not necessary if you're raising animals properly with plenty of space, clean conditions. You know, there's a lot to be said for preventative care, not only in animals, but in our own lives. And so you'll see me more often. I think right now we're going to try to do at least once a week. We'll go from there. And hopefully people can buy into this. I'm not probably the most entertaining or energetic or whatever, but I'm going to do my best to make this successful. And I hope you're along for the ride. If you want to be, hey, I'd really appreciate it. But subscribe to our channel and follow along and at least give us a go. We've got lots of stuff going on here, and we want you to be a part of it. So I appreciate your time, and look forward to talking to you again. Thanks.